CBS News special report. I'm Harry Smith.
Sit down. Did they tell you anything?
Hey, a new drink. Ingredients: high fructose corn syrup, inositol, pyridoxine hydrochloride, maltodextrin, glucurono something or other. Of course, my favorite, caffeine. Or Florida orange juice. Ingredients: fresh air, rain, sunshine.
A glass of Florida orange juice every morning is a natural way to get many of the nutrients you need. Florida orange juice. Healthy, pure, and simple.
They arrived this morning.
On your ThinkPads.
Yeah, the wireless workhorse. It's got Intel, stainless hinges, titanium composite, hard drive protection, rock solid.
Slick. Who gets the first one?
I work up real sweat, you know?
Phil.
Klutz-proof wireless.
I'm okay.
Only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Let's combine two positions in one for flexibility and a healthy body. And breathe. Aussie Mousse Plus Leave-In Conditioner. Eyes closed, everyone.
The perfect harmony of mousse for flexible hold plus leave-in conditioner for healthy body.
Come on. I know it's in you.
Aussie's dual personality styling plus leave-in conditioner line. Add some roux to your do.
These profilers think like serial criminals.
I want to coax a young woman into my car.
Offer her a test drive. But they work for the FBI.
Tell us where Heather Woodland is.
Thomas Gibson.
We have fewer than 36 hours to find her.
Shamon Ward.
Just trust your instincts.
And Mandy Patinkin. Criminal Minds special premiere September 22nd.
When the levees that protected New Orleans failed last week, two questions immediately came to mind. How could such a disaster have happened? And how can a repeat disaster be prevented? Our Anthony Mason has gone in search of some answers.
Most of the floodwaters that swamped the city of New Orleans poured in through this 300-foot breach in the levee along the 17th Street Canal. For several days now, the Army Corps of Engineers has been trying to fill it in. Along one end, bulldozing in rubble and gravel.
We're also coming in by air, and we're dropping very large sandbags to actually place in the breach.
Lieutenant General Carl Strock is commander of the Corps.
And what we're in the business now of doing is moving the water out of the city and trying to create the conditions for the recovery to begin.
It's a massive engineering project, the kind the Corps has been doing for centuries. Created as the construction agent for the Army, the Corps also maintains America's waterways, building dams, putting up floodgates, even rebuilding eroded beaches.
You might call us the Water Ministry of the United States.
After Hurricane Betsy washed over New Orleans in 1965, the Corps was brought in to reinforce the levee system around the city, most of which is below sea level, in a kind of bowl between Lake Pontchartrain and the Mississippi River. The decision was made to construct a system that could withstand a Category 3 hurricane.
What that equates to in terms of percentage is a 99.5% chance that we're going to be okay. And what's happened here is we've had that 0.5 chance.
General Strock says the force of Katrina was just too great.
We were simply confronted with an event of an intensity that exceeded the design of the structure.
But there may be a breach in the Corps' argument. Early analysis shows the worst of Katrina missed New Orleans, that the highest winds recorded in the city were about 100 miles an hour. That's not a Category 3 storm. It's a Category 2.
So the water generated by those winds, pushed by those winds, should not have been in excess of what was advertised to be the capability of the levee system.
Meteorologist Brian Norcross, a hurricane consultant for CBS News, says if the levees were built to withstand a Category 3, they should have held against Katrina.
I think that we're going to find it was a Category 2 hurricane in New Orleans, and there was a levee failure as opposed to the levees being topped and the storm exceeding their capability.
Was there a failure in the maintenance of the levees or even in the engineering? The Corps says no, but it faces a lot of questions.
I'm sure they'll face some criticism now because of what didn't get done in New Orleans and what should have gotten done. But that's easy to say. Hindsight is 20/20.
Richard Weigel, a professor of civil engineering at Drexel University, spent 12 years in the Army Corps of Engineers.
This is maybe a wake-up call, is that we need to take care of these facilities, whether they be levees or highways or bridges.
As the Corps' engineers try to dry out an entire city, a job that could take months, New Orleans must ask itself whether it needs to build bigger levees. What would a Category 5 hurricane have done to this city?
From an engineering perspective, it is feasible to protect from that level, but the question is, at what cost?
New Orleans took the risk once. It will be paying the price for years to come.
Next, one man's lament.
Would you kindly tell me what you're doing in the road?
I'm with the help desk. You're lost. You're headed to Fresno.
Fresno, right.
This is the road to Albuquerque.
How'd you know we were lost?
The boxes told me.
The boxes?
RFID radio tags on the cargo. Helps track shipments.
The boxes knew we were lost. Maybe the boxes should drive. Very funny.
Eric Clapton, Back Home. In stores now.
Afraid to show your face? Not me.
For red or irritated skin, try Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer. With natural feverfew, it reduces redness in just 1 week. For beautiful skin you're not afraid to show. New Aveeno Ultra Calming Moisturizer.
Cholesterol comes from two sources. It's not only from that buttered crab, but from Krabby Aunt Betty. And not just from that ice cream pop, but from Mom and Pop as well. Your cholesterol doesn't just come from food. It also has a lot to do with family history. Ask your doctor about Vytorin. A healthy diet is important, but when it's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Vytorin treats the two sources of cholesterol, food and what your body makes naturally based on family history. Vytorin was proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Unexplained muscle pain or weakness could be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Vytorin may interact with other medicines or certain foods, increasing your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Follow a healthy diet and ask your doctor about adding Vytorin. For the two sources of cholesterol, remember the name Vytorin. That's Vytorin.
To truly know what it means to miss New Orleans, you need to ask somebody who has called the city home. Commentary now from a native son, Jack Weiss.
My phone's been ringing off the hook, email buzzing, everyone I know or once knew expressing condolences. Not, thank God, for any loss of life in my own family. Condolences for the loss of a place. The Crescent City, my hometown. Are they right? Will New Orleans ever be the same?
Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans?
I know what it means to miss New Orleans. I'm a New Orleans expat. There are hundreds, if not thousands of us scattered across the country, around the world. We may have left New Orleans, but it's never left us. As Satchmo said, the feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay away. We carry with us the scents, the tastes, the sounds, and the images of the city. The fragrance of gardenias and magnolias. Oysters Rockefeller, boiled crawfish, filet gumbo, cafe au lait, brandy milk punch, and yes, that lethal drink called a hurricane. The music of New Orleans, jazz, A waitress calling me darling or baby when she takes my order. Now, though, I'm haunted by images of a city underwater. Desperate people on rooftops, lives lost, families grieving, looting. But I'm also haunted by images of New Orleans the way it was. This classic shot of two ladies lunching at Galatoire's. Did they dream of anything like Katrina? A 1950s portrait of a poor but smiling mother and her children by the great New Orleans photographer Clarence John Laughlin. Are they smiling now, wherever they are? In this one of my daughter at age 5 with our housekeeper, Geraldine Williams, a tower of strength and good sense about all things. We've tried to reach Geraldine, but we have no idea where she is. I searched these images for some answers to the questions we Orleanians are all asking. Will the city as we know it survive? How many people will hang in there for the duration? What will be the duration? There's a song all Orleanians know, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. By tradition, it's played at jazz funerals as the mourners and the musicians march through the streets of the city. It begins as a dirge, mourning the dead, but breaks quickly into parade tempo, celebrating life and affirming that life must and will go on. Which will it be? Life, baby, life. We ain't come this far to be done in by no hurricane.
If you'd like to help in the relief effort for victims of Hurricane Katrina, go to cbsnews.com.
Work of that left hand.
Thanks for the jest, Mom.
Simple, everyday moments can be the perfect time to talk to your kids about not smoking, so you don't have to plan a big discussion.
Look, there's a dragonfly on one of the roller coasters.
Just your leg?
A little moment will do just fine. Talk to your kids about not smoking.
Smoking cigarettes can hurt your game too.
They'll listen.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't.
For conversation starters, log on to philipmorrisusa.com.
No matter what you're into, there's only one way to go back to school. Get hooked up with Dell. This Dimension desktop with an Intel Celeron processor is only $299. Plus, get a free printer. Get more out of now. Dell PCs use Intel Celeron processors.
Kenny Munich needs to rise and shine. Good thing he has his Folgers, because when he rises, so do 800 muffins.
Morning, Jack.
Morning. Hey, how's it going?
Hair color a little dull? Here's a bright idea. Natural Instincts from Clairol. Just take 10 minutes a month and charge up your color with Natural Instincts. There's nothing scary to fry your hair. Just a nice, healthy-looking boost for your color that leaves your hair even shinier than it was 10 minutes ago. Natural Instincts with pure aloe, chamomile, and ginseng is so gentle, you can recharge your color every month. 10 minutes a month and you're shining all year. Less time, less risk, more reward. Natural Instincts from Clairol.
Now let's go back to Bob Schieffer in Washington for a look ahead at what's coming up on Face the Nation. Bob?
Well, we'll be going back to our correspondents in both New Orleans and in Houston, where so many of those evacuees are. We'll also be talking to officials there and here in Washington, and we'll talk to Jan Crawford Greenberg, legal analyst for the Chicago Tribune, about what's ahead after the death of William Rehnquist.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. And ahead now on Sunday morning.
When pictures speak louder than words.
If someone has a complaint about one of our products, I'm usually the first one to hear it. I work in the customer call center at Tylenol, and since I was the first one to hear you tell us that our arthritis medicine was great, but you had to fight to open the bottle, I wanted to be the first one to introduce you to this. Not just an easier to open cap, but the easiest to open arthritis cap you can buy.
This fall, sometimes the worst crimes happen close to home.
We have a restraining order against him, and you damn well know it.
You don't have a case.
Stop making decisions with your hormones and start thinking like a prosecutor again. You know, I made a choice to have a family, and you made a choice to make this career your family. I don't judge you for that, and don't you dare judge me.
My whole case is falling apart.
You're a great lawyer. Close to Home. Series premiere CBS Tuesday, October 4th.
In the aftermath of a storm like Katrina, mere words can fail just about anyone. That's where the power of pictures comes in.
From the air, the devastation is beyond belief. Boats, buses, cars, and homes. But it is on the ground where human forms and faces come into focus that you confront the real tragedy of Katrina and its aftermath. The storm waters rising. The rescue of thousands stranded on rooftops. The exodus to a hoped-for haven, which proved instead to be a living hell. The suffering of the survivors. The mourning for the dead. The realization that all you had was now lost. And yet, you were simply grateful to be alive. There were acts of bravery, compassion, and ingenuity. But there was also a feeling of abandonment. First by nature, then by man. By week's end, help began to arrive. Yet for those who lived through it, the lasting memories of Katrina will not simply be the wrath of the storm, but the pain of what came after.
Good girl. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that dogs can live longer, healthier lives.
After all these years, you haven't lost a step, you old hound.
Dog Chow Nutrition, fed properly over a lifetime, can help add up to 2 healthy years to your dog's life.
Okay, last one home buys breakfast.
Long live your running partner. Long live your dog. Purina Dog Chow.
OnStar emergency.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
I'm going to go ahead and get emergency services online.
911.
This is Megan calling from OnStar Emergency. My subscriber believes he may be having a heart attack. I have him located on Cochrane.
How old are you, sir? 48. Are you having trouble breathing? Yes. Okay, we're going to get paramedics out to you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope everything works out for you.
OnStar by GM. To learn more, visit OnStar.com.
Hey guys, big news for men with ED. The Cialis Promise Program. Here's the deal. Try Cialis for the first time free. They're so confident you'll like Cialis. If you don't, they'll pay for a sample of the ED tablet of your choice. That's the Cialis Promise. Get details at Cialis.com. See how having up to 36 hours lets you choose when the moment is right. Cialis is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. As with any ED tablet, men who experience an erection for more than 4 hours should seek immediate medical attention to avoid long-term injury. Discuss your health status and medications, including alpha blockers, with your doctor, and ask if Cialis is right for you. Discover the Cialis Promise Program. Are you ready?
The devastation wrought by Hurricane Katrina. Are the people of New Orleans and the Gulf Coast getting all the help they need? Face the Nation with Bob Schieffer today.
Having just spent the week on the Gulf Coast, I have to say it is actually worse than you think. People are finally being delivered out of the hell they've lived in since last Monday. But the purgatory of a shelter hundreds of miles away from home will soon become untenable. For a displaced family with no friends or relatives willing or able to take them in, the future is bleak. If your home is gone, if your workplace has been destroyed or underwater, if the family breadwinner died in the storm, despair doesn't even begin to describe your state. Friday, I stood at the airport in New Orleans and watched as a military transport plane was loaded with hospital and nursing home patients to be airlifted to Georgia. They are in a safe, clean space this morning. But do their families know where they are? Eventually, big decisions will be made about whether or not to rebuild entire neighborhoods and towns. The much larger, much bigger, more pressing issue now is what happens to these thousands of our neighbors who have been left with nothing. For now, we leave you this morning in quieter times with a view of Louisiana's Grand Isle at the dawn of a new day. Sunrise and renewal on Louisiana's Grand Isle. I'm Harry Smith. I'll see you tomorrow on The Early Show. We hope you'll join Charles Osgood here next Sunday morning.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Bringing your community jobs, low prices, and support for neighborhood programs.
Are the people of the Gulf Coast getting all the help they need? Face the nation today. Experience CBS News.
Morgan Freeman, Monica Potter. Along Came a Spider tonight.
For 3 generations, the Williamson family has provided Cadillac buyers with the ultimate car buying experience. Right now, it's your final opportunity for unprecedented savings during Cadillac's employee discount to the public. Simply put, you pay the same price or payment a GM employee pays, saving you thousands on any new 05 SDS or SRX and 05 or 06 Escalade. Unrivaled customer care you expect for less. Williamson Cadillac, treating you like family has made us #1.
This Labor Day, Modern Age brings you the most spectacular selection ever at the absolute lowest prices. Enjoy astounding everyday deals, plus an extra 20% off all clearance merchandise. Just click the special coupon in our insert and take advantage of already drastically discounted floor samples and special buys. Make a purchase today and pay nothing for 1 full year. This Labor Day, shop smart. Hurry into the store that won't be undersold. Modern Age, where beautiful homes cost less.
Watch Hurricane 2005 in the past.